Hello, students, and welcome to this presentation on animal camouflage. And you may wonder, why would we talk about animal camouflage in art? Well, it's kind of my opinion that although animals don't think about it, they're kind of artists in the way that they go about living in the world. And with a little luck, maybe you'll see things my way by the end of this presentation. So hold on, and we'll look at some animals camouflaging themselves. Okay, now at first when you look at this, it just looks like some swampy water. But if you look carefully, you'll see a little frog sticking his head out of the water. And this brings us to one of two reasons that animals use camouflage. I think probably the biggest reason is sort of two-sided, meaning they use camouflage to hide, but they hide for two reasons. One reason that they hide is to keep from being eaten by other animals. If they stay very still and they don't move, their natural colors and patterns will keep them safe. And another reason animals want to hide is so that some poor, unsuspecting food source will walk right upon them and they just eat them before they know what's happened to them. So that's sort of the second reason animals camouflage, is sort of a way of hunting. Let's look at the next picture. Oh my. Here's this grasshopper. And he's the exact same color as the leaf that he's sitting on. If I were some kind of grasshopper eater walking along this grass looking for something good to eat, I wouldn't take a second look at this leaf because this grasshopper looks like a leaf. Because of that, this animal is camouflaged. Huh, look at this twig. Wait a second. Is that a twig? Or is that a caterpillar pretending to be a twig? Maybe this caterpillar is thinking, there's some hungry lizard walking around looking for me as a meal, so I'm just going to pretend to be a little stick. And I think he's doing quite a good job. I think if I were a lizard, I'd walk right by him and never even think twice about him. But if you look carefully, you can see his legs and how he's holding on to the real twig. And the color is almost perfect. Well, now this is a beautiful flower, but wait a second. If I were a butterfly flying around looking for some nice nectar to munch on, I might land on this flower, but wait. Look to the left. Is that a flower? Or is that some kind of a praying mantis that's colored perfectly for this flower? Oh, he's very sneaky, isn't he? I think that butterfly might have big trouble if he wants to get a bite of this flower. And here we see another kind of camouflage. This is a moth. And moths Not all of them, but many of them have these things that look like eyes on the back of their wings. This particular moth looks like the face of an owl or a hawk. And if I were just some silly lizard or something walking along looking for a good moth meal, I might look at this and go, whoa, there's an owl. He's probably going to eat me. I better run away. Because sort of eye shapes on the back of the moth's wings look very real. This is called mimicry. The moth is mimicking an owl's face. So, this is another kind of very effective way of hiding, by scaring your opponent to death. Oh, look at this pretty flower. Oh, wait a second. I think almost right in the center I see a spider. But it's very difficult to see. This spider is using color to hide. We find they use color, shape, they use pattern, both in stripes and dots. All kinds of animals use different techniques for hiding, and this crab spider certainly is hiding well amongst these white flowers. And here we see another moth. It's hiding very well on this piece of stone. It seems to know that it's so well hidden that nothing will see it. It's not perfect. Our eyes can see it very easily, but not everyone's could. And here's another hiding spider. Do you see him in the very center? He's using color like the other spider did. But what an unusual color to hide with. I think this spider is probably pretty successful. And here we see a Bengal tiger. They're from India. India has the largest population of tigers in the world. And this tiger is using its color and its stripes to hide in the shadows. I don't think this tiger is hiding to keep from being eaten. I don't think anyone wants to try to eat a tiger. But I think if some animal was just walking along, la 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 la, that it might not immediately see the tiger until it was too late. Yes, this is animal camouflage using stripes. And here we see a scorpionfish. It's using pattern and color to hide. If some other poor little fish comes along, they'll never see the scorpionfish in time. And here's a leopard, just like the tiger we looked at before, hiding in the grass using its spots. The spots are supposed to look like shadows to allow the leopard to mix in with the grass. Some people would say blending in. But we find that cats use dots and stripes to hide. And you'll see this even with normal house cats have lots of stripes on them. Well, this poor wasp didn't see this crab spider until it was too late. And you can see the crab spider is having lunch. But it's still very difficult to see it, isn't it? It's very easy to see the wasp, but rather difficult to see the spider. And the spider is using, of course, color. And I guess to some extent, the shape looks like those sort of tendrils in the flower. But it's doing a very good job of hiding, I think. So what do you think? Is this just a dead leaf laying there? Or is that a dead leaf mantis waiting for a meal? Have you ever been out in the wild and looked around only to notice there was an animal very close to you that you didn't see before because it was so well camouflaged? I hope that you think about an animal that uses camouflage to hide for whatever reason, because perhaps that would make a good art project. Okay, you did a good job. See you later. Bye.